Hey guys, it is me, RubiksSolver25,
Me, Pykey312.
and as you guys know, happy Halloween, and oh, as I said in a solo vlog, which is the recent video, I was thinking me and Pykey312 could talk about a bit about Halloween, maybe even on its origins. Now, we kind of know that there's these sort of pagan people. Celts have been one example that actually started Christmas. And the Celts, they kind of started off in modern day Ireland and even a bit in the UK, if I'm correct on that, I think.
Yes, yeah.
And, the main idea is that the Celts believed on the very last day of October, which will be today, days like today, that the spirits would sort of come to the land of the living, or whatever the term would be, and then hey, you have apparently dead people around.
Dead spirits.
So yeah, so it was sort of Hallows Eve, which is then followed by the next day by All Souls Eve. No, not All Souls Eve. Jeez. There's a certain day which 1st of November is called. I can't remember myself.
It's either All Saints Day or All Souls Day.
Yeah.
There's the...
I think interchangeable.
The 31st of October and the 1st of November are either called All Souls or All Saints. Either one is called either name.
So generally speaking is that overall it's like the pagans believe that dead people come back alive some way on the very last day of October. And I think it was one of the things, I think it was something about spirits kidnapping young people, or I have no idea what the thing was, or kids. So it was the case that, hey, since a lot of young kids love to dress up, I'm very sure the tradition for that came about by the fact that they were trying to kind of hide among the spirits. So it was like they might look at some person dressed up as a witch or as a werewolf or as a vampire and be like, oh, hey bud, how are you? Sort of thing.
What's the crack?
Yeah, it's good old Irish phrase if you're not American, or not, if you're non-Irish, I should say. Jesus, non-American, what am I saying? I don't know why that was a phrase. Anywho. So yeah, that's one kind of tradition from, Halloween that came about. What was another one? There was one about the trick-or-treat. I'm not too sure exactly where that came from, to be quite honest with you. But I know about the pumpkin one is that originally, as you guys know about the jack-o'-lanterns, is that they were kind of one ways that if a spirit came to a house, that the people who owned the house would have some sort of jack-o'-lantern to keep away the spirits, and in fact originally pagans used turnips. So when the tradition came by to America, they kind of, I think it was like they thought the idea of turnips wasn't as good, so they said, we're going to use pumpkins instead, and the tradition changed. So now we have jack-o'-lanterns, which are pumpkins.
I can't imagine a turnip being used as a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, I think within the past decade or decades that that instead of course turnips being used as pumpkins, so of course a lot of us are going to feel like, why in the hell do they use turnips? But yeah, just a little bit of a whole introduction to the old general idea of where Halloween came from. And another interesting thing is Iha Hauna would be sort of, which is that, so Iha Hauna would be, if you say Iha Hauna, that is the Irish for Halloween or Halloween night, something like that?
Well, I think, I'm not sure. It's been ages since I've learned it back in school what it meant, but sitting here now, I think Samhain is something to do with Samhain.
Well, Samhain I know.
So,
sure, yeah. Samhain was I think October or autumn or August.
Yeah, it's to do with the harvest. With the
Samhain had was an Irish time. Yeah.
It's a kind of a festival or something that the farmers would do to praise God. Well, Celtic farmers would do to praise God and hope to have a good year of
the god of the harvest. But yeah, so this whole thing of Samhain is really the whole thing, and by the way, if you're looking up Samhain, you might want to spell it Samhain.
Yeah,
because that is an Irish spelling, And don't be looking. And I remember watching a YouTuber on Facts About Halloween, and he went and he looked at it, and when he was like trying to say it in the video, he called it Samhain. Yes.
Well, so, that's how it sounds like for an English person.
Yeah. A lot of, now here's actually a funny fact though, because like I mean it is the case that usually you'd look at a word and you'd say it the way it looks. So of course people look at Samhain, that's the word Samhain, and pronounce it Samhain. And however, if you use that sort of same ideology, you might look at say the word comfortable and say comfortable, or even look at
comfortable.
What's another word? Leisure, and you might think, and if like leisure or something.
Yeah.
Like funny enough, in English, it's not all the time that you look at a word and pronounce it and spell it or pronounce it the way it looks. We obviously grew up, like a lot of native English speakers, including ourselves, we grew up being able to recognize a word and knowing how it's pronounced. But of course, in some cases, in other languages, they pronounce it some way. It's not always right the whole time, such as the case of Samhain and maybe Ihauna in some cases. But yeah.
Yeah, actually, English is considered one of the hardest languages to learn from scratch. Thank God we know it, and that it's used everywhere.
And if you take the sound,
because there's so much exceptions in it, so that there's all different sounding things like silent K's, silent P's, pneumatic, knock, anything. You know.
And it's funny.
Loads of exceptions.
Take the words thou, trough, cough, enough. The last four letters of all of those words are O-U-G-H. So you can see that the O-U-G-H has through, it could be the case of through, which ends in E-W, but that's fine. Then there's through, which is O-U-G-H, which is going say through a window, or through a ring or whatever. You have like off, so like cough. What else is there? Trough, or tro or trough. I think is how that might be pronounced. But I know that there's throw. Then of course
wear off. That's different. That's
and of course you have like off, like enough, rough. Okay, and
tough.
Yeah. So of course we're just going on and on about how of course how it might be the case of English does have a lot of things where it's like you might learn how a certain series of letters sound, but then of course you look at a different language, like of course Irish, and you're like Irish names for example will easily get this rap, because okay, if you take the name Aoife, which is A-O-I-F-E, but a lot of people look at that and said Eofa, and like what? If you take another Irish name, which is Cuiva, or in some cases, some people call it Kiva, which is C-A-O-I-M-H-E, and some of this say Kaoma.
Kaoma.
What is another one would be say, which I've seen a couple of people attempt this and fail on every time on their first try. The name Grania, G-R-A with a little fada, which is a little accent above it, I-N-N-E, and people do pronounce it as granny or grainy. And like
granny.
I know. So a lot of people, and I've seen many YouTube videos where they try to pronounce it, and they're like, this does not look the way it's supposed to be said. But then don't give the bad rap about English being used the same way, because we may be native English speakers, but it's the fact that yes, you do in English there are certain letter sequences which change pronunciation depending on the word. So don't give a bad rap about other languages if you only even say the same about our very own language. So
Woo! It's easy to say that your language is the easiest just because you know it, whereas and other languages are difficult. In their perspective, it's the exact same thing to them. Their language is easy, the one that you find difficult.
So this may be going off topic about the whole thing of Irish and Halloween, but I'm just going to refer to something I actually remembered just now, is that certain languages come under like a family of languages. So of course you have English coming from the Germanic languages like German, Dutch, I was going to say Netherlands, but that's the Dutch for Dutch. Danish, I think. What else would there be? I have actually lost track. But there's a few of them, anyways, especially Scandinavia, where, and of course in Germany itself, Icelandic I think it might be another one, where of course they, if you go back many years ago, probably even 1800s, 1700s, that, as you would know, is where a lot, the languages would have been quite a bit different. But of course, then over time, up to modern days, that the languages would have evolved, of course, into what they are today. Take the Romance languages, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese even, and they all come from Latin. So basically, languages evolving into what they are now today. And of course, they're still evolving because we have new words, some like fam, lit, swag,
Dab.
Huh? Oh yeah, dab. By the way, dabs are so goddamn stupid. If you're gonna dislike this video or leave a hate comment saying, "Oh, dabs aren't stupid, you're thick or you're stupid," my opinion, people, my opinion. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so what else to mention? Well, we can refer back to what we were on about earlier with Halloween and Irish things. So, yeah, we do, again, the main reason why I wanted to make this video is, hey, we're Irish, and we actually know about the origins of Halloween, mainly me, because I have read up them up before. But yeah, one thing to point out is, if you're going trick-or-treating on today, comment below what you dressed up as. I know as of, when this video has come out, that we have very little subscribers, but hey, why not? You could still say,
every YouTube channel once started with very few subscribers.
Yeah, so of course, not trying to we're going to be kind of promotive that, hey, again, if you watch us, why not spread the word? And I have mentioned this in the previous video. It's grand enough for you just to watch us, and then once the video's over, grand, you maybe like the video, maybe leave a comment, and then that's it. Just go back, excuse me, to whatever you were doing, and like, how much air I've got. I have drunk a fair bit of coke tonight, so it's like a bit like a lot of gas in my stomach. So
maybe I was that
that's
bad
where the burping's coming from.
Yeah.
We'll never be ashamed about the gas coming from your stomach from fizzy drinks. Anyways. So
yeah, well, we're gonna get a lot of comments. I'm gonna say I was leading up to scary clown costumes.
Yeah. By the way,
we're gonna get a lot of comments saying, "Oh, I was a scary clown."
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm not going to be too surprised if people actually act like an ass going out on Halloween and and trying to dress up like the killer clowns to scare the shit out of people. I mean, like, I don't know where the tradition came up from, but I actually heard a little came across something somewhere where apparently there was this horror movie back a while ago about this clown about this
Chucky, was it?
No, about this horror movie called It or something, and one of the main characters was a creepy clown, and apparently they're remaking that movie, and people might have a theory that the reason why all the killer clowns are around is to promote that movie. Yeah. So that might be the reason, but it's just as they think, it's just a theory, a game theory or a movie theory. In this case, a movie theory. I decided to go for a game theory first because, obviously we all know MacPat made that first thing. Of course, this guy may not know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, just give this guy a heads up. Basically, of course, there's a guy called MacPat, and he might come across a game and or games, and if he finds a theory, he'll try and point them out, try and combine kind of fuse facts or maybe
that's interesting.
Things. But yeah, so of course, some of you guys may know who MacPat is, and I've watched a few of his videos. At the moment I'm not subscribed to him, but that's fine. I might do in the future. I have no idea. But yeah, but yeah,
God,
referring back to the killer clowns, for your own safety, and I mean this, for your own safety, if you plan on dressing up as a killer clown, don't, because there are people out there who will be scared, but maybe scared enough to the fact that they might bring a weapon with them to protect themselves.
That is true.
And as a result, they might hurt you badly, or at worst, you might end up, badly injured, and you might be be physically affected for the rest of your life, or even worse, dead, because you might have this person who's going around with a concealed gun, and the next thing you know, you come up out of random as a killer clown, and the next thing you know, he's out of fright and out of utter shock. he'll take out the concealed gun, and the next thing you know, gun, killer clown, dead clown. I'm sorry, I that was a funny joke.
Yeah,
yes.
I thought. Bye clown. But
So
seriously.
yeah.
And the poor clowns, the actual clowns, are losing business over
Damn.
clowns being scary. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, okay, I saw a video about a clown giving out. I mean, that's what all clowns do. They give out. They make a scene. They do all dramatic things. I think the clown deliberately made it funny because it's what he does. Is he's a clown. Like, he's funny. But there's actually a professional clown who goes entertaining kids at parties or whatever. And I saw this video on Facebook. I'm not sure which, but anyway, he had a video, and it was like he was being interviewed by a news reporter, and he was saying like these killer clowns, they're just taking us out of business. Like that nobody wants a clown anymore at their parties.
Probably.
At their parties. So I mean, like okay, it's difficult. I mean, I didn't know if the video was just someone taking the piss or just having a joke, because he was a clown, and that's kind of difficult. So I mean. Poor clowns, they're in a tough spot.
I kind of do get the idea. Yeah, you might be, like, if it's a case that you could potentially be helping to promote that horror movie the remake of it, but the thing is like people. Yeah, some people might be able to tell it's fake, if it is fake, or maybe if it's not fake. Again, if it is fake. But there might be some cases where it's real, which of course, to be honest, for those people who have done videos out there, who have made real killer clown videos, you're obviously getting into serious problems and going to get yourself into serious trouble, which will easily end up as jail. But the problem with doing these killer clown pranks is that, again, as Pykey312 said, you're going to have people having a much more negative view on just people who entertain as clowns.
Exactly.
And they're not going to be like, oh, clowns are too scary for younger kids, because like there are kids who are very young and they'll grow up with killer clowns being like the main focus, and they'll see clowns as being a bad thing, which originally clowns are meant to be seen as a good funny thing. So Jalen macaroni, I'm just getting a build up in my throat, which is not nice.
Yeah. And every time I make a video, I seem to have an itchy eye. It's kind of annoying. I'm not always like this. Well, it is quite late usually when we're making videos, so I'm kind of tired. But anyway, that's besides the point.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So due to this whole killer clown thing, it's the case that younger kids are growing up, seeing these killer clowns as like a big thing now, and they're going to be scared of clowns, which is not what people who are professional clowns want to be seen as. They don't want to be seen as like scary clowns when they have gone through their whole lives as clowns, as funny and entertaining ones. The whole perspective on them is going to completely change because of these killer clowns. So if you do agree with us, please actually share that sort of view from us, because some people might not actually know that. It's the fact that you have killer clowns out there, and other people who are clowns for funny reasons, for entertaining reasons, and they look at these killer clowns and be like, who the hell are these people? They're basically changing people's perspective on us, but that's completely wrong, all overall. So if you agree with us, please share this video for the sake of the fact that we don't want killer clowns to change the perspective of people who are, of course, have a professional career out of clowns. And you guys saw me handling a Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Solver living up to his name.
Yep. But anyways, I'm going to put it down for a sec. But overall, as I said, I would not be too surprised if come this Halloween, people act a complete and utter ass and go around as killer clowns. Because, of course, police officers, be it cops in America, maybe here in Ireland, or maybe in Britain, or more like the UK.
Heck, it's my other eye now.
I mean, maybe in other places. You could name off any place in your head which has had killer clown sightings, and maybe can have killer clown sightings. I would not be too surprised if, as I said again, if people acted the complete and utter ass and went out there trying to pull killer clown pranks this Halloween, which is of course today. So yeah, but stay safe, because as well, not only are killer clowns might be a big issue this Halloween, but there will be people out there who might be dressed up for the sake of, trying to be creeps towards younger kids. So again, make sure that if you're young enough, that if you're too young to be out on your own, make sure, of course, you have a good old parent, or you're sticking with a friend who is a parent,
or something.
yeah, older sibling. Like, as long as you have someone who is old enough and responsible and to be around with you, then have them hang around. And if you're going out with an older sibling, and they're they want to wander off somewhere and to be with their friends, then of course
it's their responsibility to look after you. If they're the older ones and they're kind of the responsibilities on their shoulders to keep you safe. So
because say both your parents might be gone for a party, and the older siblings might have plans to hang out with their friends, and yes, that can be very, very tight and awkward, because they might have plans to go for a party with their older friends, and the younger kids, they might want to go out trick-or-treating, and that can get into a big conflict if it's the fact that the parents are hoping for the older siblings to keep an eye on the younger siblings as they're going around. But it's the case that, hey, maybe the older siblings, because this can be a fact, should easily be able to stay up later than the younger siblings. So why not just help your younger siblings go around a little bit before the party, if you are going out there for a party, and try not to view it as a time where it's like, well, I want to go out trick or treat for a Halloween party with a few of my friends. You can bring your younger siblings around and then go for a party with your friends, because again, it may be nice. It is, of course, nice and grand out to to go partying with your friends on Halloween. But please, if you have younger siblings and your parents aren't around to bring them around first and then go to the party. It's going to make you seem a lot more responsible and a lot more trustworthy. But yeah, and definitely, because Halloween, as I said, it is going to be an unfortunate thing because of killer clowns, but also because there can be people...
Lasting killer clowns.
Yep. And people out there who can be creeps, and if kids are just going to go out on their own with no responsible person looking after them, there can be creeps, be it people who could be kidnappers, pedophiles, unfortunately, and all that, who could potentially take a younger sibling and of course an unfortunate event, be it injury,
assault,
chance of pregnancy, to be quite honest, if the kid is at least beyond puberty. And we've gotten very disturbing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm sorry,
Wow, that
it may have just gotten really deep,
escalated.
but yes, to be honest, it can be a potential thing.
Yeah.
So apologies if that may have been disturbing for some of you, but it can be a potential thing.
It sure was disturbing for me.
Yes.
But anyway,
anyways, back to optimism, please. Stupid.
No egging.
Oh yeah.
No egging. That's a little more.
And throwing toilet paper over people's houses, because I try not to please try not to be dirtying people's houses for the sake of it.
Just like, why would you do that other to be trying to be cool, which you fail miserably doing?
I know, like if you want us to be seen as cool, like I mean, yeah, some people are seen as cool, but don't be going like, oh, here's a person's house, egg it, or throw toilet paper over it. Like, why?
Toilet paper.
Like, not only is it going to actually result in being a complete chaos with the people who own the house, where they're having to go around and to take all the toilet paper off, scrum down the eggs. If you get caught, which I know some people are being like, oh, we'll try our best not to get caught. You don't know that. You really don't know. You may say, oh, we won't get caught. A 50-50 chance, if not, that might be a little imbalance if there are other people around.
Police will know that it's Halloween and people do this, and it's
we know about forensics, because like, hey, you might unless like you could throw an egg at a person's house, and they might find shells and might use forensics to get the DNA of the person or something like that. But I mean, I might be getting all all these different possibilities of ways of people finding out who you are. But yeah, please,
Well.
just please don't, please don't.
Yeah, be safe, don't mess
Please
around.
don't be like badly creative with people's houses.
Yeah, there's no reason that's badly creative. Yeah. Oh, I think I'll paint his house there. Oh,
With eggs.
we have eggs. Oh, what?
Get the egg.
Yeah, what resources do we have? We have eggs. That's good. Okay. Okay, I'd like something in that window there. That'd be nice. Yeah.
And definitely something to be very careful about. It also happens on New Year's Eve. Careful with fireworks, please, because we know that fireworks can be a very popular thing in Halloween. Like, I think it was a case of a fire sparkler, one of those things you hold in your hand. I think, unfortunately, with the kid, he was running around with one of those, and the thing exploded, and I think it exploded in his hand, so he badly injured his hand. I'm very sure something like that happened. So, so please be careful on fireworks for sure. But yeah, so of course, so we started this video talking a little bit on how the history of Halloween. We may have branched off into things about languages and the history of that.
And then clowns.
Clowns, yes,
Yeah.
and now talking
egging.
But yeah,
and vandalism in general.
So yeah, I know we're popping up a few things that can be a bit positive, but then talk about things we need to be careful of because it will lead to a pessimistic thing. But yeah, I mean, hey, we're talking on equal sides of like fun of Halloween. Like, so of course, after trick-or-treating, you'll get involved in Halloween parties. I always said all the siblings, be responsible. Take your younger siblings out first if a parent isn't around to help out, and then go for a party.
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, I wonder how many people would be young enough to have as someone be responsible for them while they're trick-or-treating. I wonder how many of our viewers are of that age. Like, I mean, that's interesting. And what age would you say is responsible? I mean, I suppose that's a good question. I think teenager at least. Anyway.
15 seems to be approximate age.
Kind of middle teen, mid-teen.
Yeah, I think when I was around 15, I think.
Of course, obviously. I mean, it's up to the ultimate. It's ultimately up to the parents and guardians' decision.
Like, I remember though that I have gone abroad. I think at least once during Halloween. I think I remember going up to Galway for one Halloween, and I think we met a family up there. I don't know if it's like we just randomly met a family, or if one of my parents happened to know somebody living in Galway or something. But we hung out. We stayed. We not exactly we stayed at their house, but we kind of visited their house for that Halloween. We I think it was around many years ago before I started secondary school, which was in 2009. That on a Halloween day we were actually on a flight back from Florida. I have a feeling. I think it was also last Halloween. I think we decided to shut all lights off so it didn't appear like we were at home. Trying to not celebrate Halloween that year, being our family the way it was. But yeah, like when some families have all their kids at old enough ages, you might not celebrate Halloween as much. I mean, that's fine. They might not have any decorations up.
Yeah,
might not have any treats. I mean, not everybody has to celebrate Halloween.
It's for the kids. Yeah. The trick-or-treating is for the kids. Yeah. Like, I mean...
So, and...
I get so much sweets.
Yeah.
I wish I was a kid again.
And yeah, you might get a lot of sweets, but please don't eat a lot.
Don't get yourself sick. Don't take example from me. I'm a pig. I would eat half a pizza in 20 minutes, so
believe it or not, we were actually hanging up at Victoria Alfala's house one time, and his dad was coming to collect him. And this is before he had got a driver's license, and
I kicked in overdrive in my specialist.
Basically, Victoria Alfala ate one pizza. This guy, in that amount of time, ate 3.
One slice of pizza.
That's what I meant.
Oh, yes.
So Victoria Alfala ate 1 slice of pizza, and this guy ate 3.
Scoffed it. I'm pretty much a Hoover. Shit, I'm choking on my own saliva now. Oh God.
No. Okay. But yeah, this Halloween I don't see myself, dressing up as anything. I'm guessing you're not going to do the same, not dress up as anything at all.
I don't have anything at home. I have no costume and I have no interest either. So
yeah. Like, I'm 20 years old, and personally, I don't think I'll be celebrating Halloween at all.
It's for kids, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
We're not kids, we're adults.
I know back when I was like maybe 14, 15, my older sister did, dress up and hung out with her friends. But that's what she did.
I suppose there are college parties that are fancy dress and they're at Halloween. So maybe.
Of course, little good old Halloween Halloween party events you might do, like, you know, bobbing, the apple bobbing in
That's
the water
right,
or whatever. There might be the one where you hang an apple and you try to get out of
All
this,
those apples.
Yeah, I didn't do those, so I didn't really fancy it. Oh, what was that? I think it was like peanuts were involved as well in another game. I'm not too sure what it was.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Oh, I remember the one about where you have to hang the apple from a string is like where you stick a coin in an apple and try to grab the coin out. And somehow, I just remember another one. There's an Irish tradition of this sort of cake called a Baron Brack.
Ah, yes,
and
yes,
that's
yes,
where you
yes,
have to
yes.
put a ring in it. And I'm not too sure. Do you remember what this tradition?
Oh, they put different items in it.
Oh, right.
One of which was a ring,
Yeah.
and it was divided up anyway, and everybody got a slice. And depending on what item you got, it was an omen to what fortune you would have, what would be your future. So, like, if you had the wedding ring, it would mean that you get married soon.
Of course, I don't think any of us have gotten rings,
Well,
so...
I mean, I suppose there might be some coins, and I don't know.
We single, so that's why the rings omen didn't treat us well in that case. But, what else is there? I remember coming across this tradition, I think, where with a certain Halloween party event that you could do, that it would spell out the initials of the person you would be with in the future. I can't remember what that one was. But anyways,
all good fun.
But again, don't forget, comment down below what you're dressing up as this Halloween. I'm not, like, as I said, I'm not dressing up, but and even if I was to dress up, I'm not dressing up as a Rubik's Cube for sure.
Imagine seeing a big fucking Rubik's Cube walking down the street towards you with legs. big yeah.
But yeah. Oh man. But one thing for sure, and I know this is going to branch off to another tradition entirely. Before Halloween, even, some people open up decorations for Christmas. Why?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I have seen Christmas decorations been up already.
I mean,
so
there's being early, and then there's being ridiculously early.
Yes, like I think even like come September, it's like, here, have an angel for the top of your tree. Why?
Yeah.
But yeah.
My aunt actually does all her Christmas shopping before Halloween. She gets all her presents all set up and all wrapped and everything or something.
And maybe we'll do a video on Christmas later this year. And we might continue more of talk about that.
That'd be a good
But
idea.
yeah, so, I wonder if there's anything else about Halloween we could talk about.
Well, in college you don't get much time off for midterm anymore.
Yeah.
In CIT anyway, we have the Friday before and the Monday after.
Yeah, so
a 4-day weekend.
because of course we hung out the day previous to recording this. This has actually been recorded 2 days before, but of
on
course...
the eve of Halloween.
Mm-hmm. I may have shown this, but I can do this thing with my tongue where if I point out, and you may or may not have seen a little U shape. If I blow out. Some people can do that with their hands over their mouth. But I can. It might actually be pretty funny if, like, it'd be so funny if I did this. Imagine now if I just hide among the bushes around my house and go, and I just have a lot of kids like, what? Anyways.
Yeah. Gosh.
But yeah, I did that thing in my solo vlog, and if you can do any like tongue tricks or something like that, or can make any sounds with your mouth, maybe using your tongue. If you've ever watched Perry the Platypus, the Phineas and Ferb, Perry the Platypus,
This guy is unreal at impressions.
Yeah, especially animal impressions, and I can impersonate accents.
I'm pretty good at eating pizza.
And I was dancing.
Well, yeah, it's debatable.
Well, maybe I might have a little clip at the end of Pykey312 doing a little bit of a dance. But sure.
That'd be funny.
I think we've done a bit of a nice little talk about Halloween here and with a few random topics here and there, but hey, you know, we do a lot of that in vlogs and videos in general.
Just a pointless sort of information that, you know, you learn something new every day sort of style video.
So, that'll be it for this video, so bye from me, RubiksSolver25.
Bye from me, Pykey312.
And stay safe out there, guys. Happy Halloween, and dress up and have a nice old time and have a good old Halloween party. Blue Nova out.
What he said.